Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the briefing Monday, the 5th of February. Okay, synoptic today showing high pressure centered down sort of near Spain at the moment, and low pressure they're now showing just over Scotland, and we're sort of in between it here, fairly standard pressure actually. This warm front that we had yesterday has moved away to the north a little bit, but we have been left with quite a warm but very damp air mass. Moving further ahead to tomorrow, air mass not really changing at all, but you notice those isobars really tightening up quite a lot, which is going to be bringing with it really quite strong winds, which may preclude flying tomorrow. Wednesday looking a little bit nicer, high pressure centered directly over the top of us, so very, very light wind indeed, and looking like quite a settled day. Winds today, pretty brisk. It's showing here potentially up to 40 knots at flying height from 250 degrees. Sat pic, we'll just give it a refresh. Yeah, showing quite a lot of cloud over the majority of the country. You see it's waving in quite a lot of places. They had a really good day up in Denver yesterday. Our area, yeah, pretty grey and no real clearance in sight. It's going to be pretty cloudy all day. Rainfall radar's picking up a few little spots over to the west. And the forecast going for today, it's just showing some very light rain going through, which we'll probably see as a little bit of drizzle here and there, but not as much as it was forecasting. Public forecast then is showing heavy cloud all day, top temperature of about 8 or 9 degrees, with a pretty stiff breeze from the west-southwest, and that's increasing by midday up to gusts of 26, 20, maybe 27 knots. Humidity up at 90% and not getting much below that all day, so it does mean the cloud's going to be pretty low. KGFS is showing 10 degrees today, with dew points around 7 or 8 degrees. So not a very big split there. And that's current view outside. It looks quite nice, but this cloud, I think, is quite low. Currently 7.5 degrees, dew points at 4.5 at Lasham. Odium's last observation, broken clouds at 1400, so that's about 11 or 1200 above Lasham. Forecast is for much the same, really. 15 knots from the west-southwest. They're showing here becoming 17 knots, coming up to 27 knots, so quite significant. And slightly better later in the afternoon from about 3 p.m. onwards, it's showing going up a bit higher. Okay, top meteo is showing at 9 a.m. lowish cloud with some areas that are clearer. Going ahead a couple of hours, it does actually fill in a little bit. We're covered by, all it shows is below 2,000 foot cloud, so it's probably going to be about 1,200 feet all day. And going through the day, you see bits of drizzle around. I don't think we're going to be getting too much of that, but it is showing lowish cloud, about 1,200 feet, I think, with potential for some mist pretty much all day. This is 2 p.m. They're actually showing it getting a little bit worse towards sunset. No times to be worrying about today. Okay, operationally, if we go flying, it will probably be on 2-3. So that'll be with the launch points here. And cables running down the edge of the runway. All the landings onto the grass as normal, as it should be relatively dry. We may decide to go on to 7, depending on what time we go out. So that'll be with the launch point northern side of the runway, with the cables running down the south side circuits onto the grass as normal. So both standard winter setups, either 2-3 or 2-7. Okay, we've got one K21 today, 774. I've put the rest of these in red as it's really too windy for any of those. So if we go flying, it'll be the K21. Ground handling, just remember, keep turning on the winch hook. That's been good so far. A few minor comments. Wing walkers, make sure you're keeping the glider pointing towards the buggy as the winch hook doesn't steer it as well as the air tow hook does. And drivers, if the glider's not pointed towards you, stop and let them realign it. Please don't sit on the wing roots, especially on the K21s. There's been a little bit of damage to the D boxes because of that. And the workshop have also noted some damage to the rear tyres on SH8. So if you can make sure you're lifting the tail wheel when turning, really any glider, but especially the very tail heavy ones. Okay, 737 arrival at just past 1 o'clock, and A320 arriving at 11:30. Looking at the list of people booked in to fly today, I think it's unlikely we'll go out. If people want to, we will. Otherwise, the simulator is serviceable. Okay, see you on the airfield maybe another time. Bye for now.